Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, and welcome to episode 21.
Correct. Well
of our Silly Point podcast. If you hear some background noise, that is because we are recording live after the Wallingham Wednesday game. The highlights are already up, so if you haven't watched it, click the link below. And we're in the outside bar seating area. Okay, so there's lots of things going on. But we thought we'd take this opportunity to film a vodcast, talk to some people like Longcock, who's one of our guests here today, and hopefully have a good chat. Just in time, we have our beverages that have arrived.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
You just keep it in there.
Lovely. A Coors Light Shandy for you, and a Coors Light Shandy for Longcock.
And for you, Dan?
Pint of Doom Bar. Anyway, cheers,
true.
chaps.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I hope it doesn't.
So that might be a theme of this podcast, is interruptions, which is fine. Archbishop's just tried to say hello.
Oh, God.
Hello, Dan, I think that's yours.
Thank you very much. Cheers. Thank you, Archbishop.
Nice and quick, in and out.
Yeah, that was
It's
lovely.
effective.
That was lovely. Normally
Efficient.
people run behind the camera, but no, the Archbishop goes straight in front.
Straight in front. Anyway, here we are. Longcock is sat with me, as I've already mentioned, and of course Dan Allen on the other side of the table.
And we're waiting for Coley, who's going to turn up, because he's been playing today. We haven't.
Absolutely.
So we thought we'd have a little crack at the.
Well, we like to review the Saturday games just gone. Longcock was present at the first 11 game, so let's take this opportunity.
Present? You were
Longcock.
playing, weren't you?
Well, I was playing.
You were in the
I didn't do too much, but
the
yeah, I
team
was
is there.
present.
Yeah.
I was there.
Longcock, talk us through Saturday's game against Old Wits away.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, perfect. First of all, time game, first of the season. Matt, do you want to take it? Matt
Join us.
also,
Yeah, we're talking about the first 11 game.
Matt was also present, playing at the first 11 game on Saturday.
Yeah.
But yeah, time game. I'm assuming we lost the toss because it's Si.
Yeah.
Had a bowl.
We did.
Which was good, and Matt Harris in the team for the first time this season in the ones.
Yeah.
Well deserved as well.
Yeah.
So we had a bowl open with Chris and capped himself.
Chris Bowman bowling seam up. I
Bowling
like that.
seam up.
Yeah. Bowled 6 overs for I think about 13 runs.
Yeah, he was absolutely knackered after the 6
He
overs.
was, yeah.
Yeah, he was. But I mean, and I think I said on the film that this has got to be the oldest bowling opening partnership in first 11 cricket in,
I agree.
if not our division.
I agree. Well, I think
in
he
the
was
history of the
knackered
league.
after the extensive warm-up.
Yes, trying to
Touching his knee.
touching his knees. Yeah, that didn't go too well.
Anyway, bowled first.
Bowl first. They bowled very tidy.
Yeah.
Opening spell.
I'm going to jump in there, Longcock. One of the most disciplined innings I think I've seen Sanderstead bowl for a long time.
Definitely.
Dan, I'm sure you'll have a view on this.
Yeah, no, it really was. It really was. I think everyone bowled really well. I thought Matt, with the pressure of coming into the ones for the first time this season after bowling really well in the twos for the first 6 or 7 games, bowled beautifully. I mean, what was it? 13 overs, 3 for 40 something, 41. But all metronomic. I mean, I think to me, I felt, because you had your first spell, and I felt, when we needed to tighten up at the end, I was thinking, bring back Matt, and so very impressive.
Much
very
like
impressive.
today, when wickets were needed, Harris was the man brought back on.
Indeed.
Yeah. And he bowled.
Anyway,
And he got
moving
medium
on.
Harris, as you're here and you've joined us, we bowled them out for how many?
What, today?
No, on Saturday.
Saturday.
210?
209 it was.
I'll take that.
Yeah, 209. We didn't bowl them out, did we? They
didn't bowl them out,
reached the 55 overs and were forced to declare at that point. So we were left with 45 overs to get them. It's a 10 over differential, which is tough. I mean, what do you think, guys, in terms of the batting?
I think rocky start. I think losing Chris early was not the best start.
Yeah.
But brings tea in. Do you want to talk about your own innings?
Dropped or not at that point, thought...
Oh yeah, it's a cracker, isn't it?
Well,
Clark dropped you. Absolute, straight in the bread basket.
left arm over, moving
Straight in
it
somewhere
away.
else, really.
I said to myself, I'm not going to go fishing, and I got the rod out and went fishing.
Yeah, well, absolutely. Is that a euphemism?
Not saying anymore. Edged it to first slip, straight in in the breadbasket, waist high, and it was put down. And it was at that moment I thought, hey, I better get some sort of a score here.
I mean, I honestly thought that you were sort of booking in for bed and breakfast, and were waiting for the last sort of 5 or 6 overs to start launching the ball over extra cover, the short boundary into the clubhouse, and then you got out.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, well, I mean, I'm glad that you're acknowledging that the failure to win was entirely your fault. But I mean, don't do yourself down. I thought if you'd stayed in, we'd have won. It was as simple as that.
Wow, that's a lot to take. Yeah, tough one.
Yeah.
Definitely felt like we had missed out, but we did so many good things. So yeah,
and we got, I think we got the lion's share of the points. We got 11, they got 7, which is only a 4-point swing, but
it means we're closer to them though.
Well, it does mean we're closer to them, and I'd like to think that we would be the better side in the 50-50 game, whenever
and
that
as you mentioned, with 10 overs less, we got pretty close in the end anyway.
Definitely. What were we?
We were almost cruising.
Short, 15
yeah, we
short,
were almost cruising at one point. So that's the format. You got to score the runs. They've got to take the wickets, and ended in a draw, didn't it?
Yeah, absolutely right. But it was good. It was good. Superb one-handed catch from Josh McKinnon, which would have been, had he not moved in, would have been just straight through. He came in and turned it into a spectacular. Yeah, absolutely did. That ground does produce good catches.
Miracles.
Yeah, I've got to find the Jacko one now because they'll both be playing now.
If you had to, Dan, I'm not sure if the viewers know, but I certainly know how into your music you are. If you had to sum up our first timed cricket game of the season on Saturday, if you had to sum up that game using a song reference,
oh my God,
how would you sum it up?
Glad he didn't ask us.
I did think about it.
Using a song reference? I don't know, I really don't. I mean, you've got me there. That's putting me on the spot.
Or a band, artiste.
Band. I think I'd probably go for Blind Faith, which is Eric Clapton, Steve Winwood. It's from the late 60s. Can't Find My Way Home.
Very good.
Which I actually did because I only lived 400 yards away from there. But I thought it was a batting side. We just couldn't quite find our way.
There you go. See, I knew you'd pull something out of the bag like that, Dan.
Yeah, absolutely.
I knew you
Absolutely.
Amazing.
Superb.
And Matt Harris, if you had to sum it up with one word, Harris, how would you sum it up using a word?
Oh dear. Sublime.
Sublime.
Okay. And long cock, you can have 2 words.
Close thriller.
Close thriller.
Could have gone either result, could have happened. Win, lose, winning, draw, losing, draw.
Yeah. Tie.
All the results could have happened. So.
Or you could have been bowling on that to bat.
Should have said, how would you sum that up with a kind of fast food? So tie.
Yeah, very true. Like it.
Oh, that's just
Curry,
rubbish.
in and out.
I've got some
Yeah,
editing
in and
to do.
out. That's what I was going to go for. I was going to do psychotic.
Sorry, guys. Got some serious editing to do here. Yeah.
Second 11.
Yeah, second 11. Who knows? Anyone know?
Winning draw. He knows.
Winning draw.
Winning draw.
Harris
Don't know
knows.
who done what, but I
similar
know we
to
got
us,
a winning
wasn't
draw.
It was the same. It was the same game, wasn't it? It was the same game, similar scores.
Something like
Very
all
similar.
out.
Yeah, they got 207 or something like that, and we were 180. Yeah, it was the same. It was the same. I don't think the overs differential was quite the same. I think we had a few more overs, but similar. And the 4s I know got absolutely hammered. Reigate Priory. Well, no, we'll get Coley in to talk about that.
The 3s pummeled Purley.
The 3s pummeled Purley. Always good to pummel Purley. I like that bit of alliteration there. Pummelling Purley.
English GCSE that.
That's fantastic. Yeah, I like that.
No, don't say that. God, I didn't pass
Right,
it.
I think we should get Coley in now. What do you think?
I think we should choose a different Harris and say au revoir.
Gracias.
Yeah. Cheers, Matt. Go and get your dad in.
Goodbye, viewer.
We're gonna get the Cornish Coley, please.
Fellas,
You like Matt?
apologies.
No worries.
God, do you know what I've been doing?
What?
I had to change the stopcock on my plumbing system.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you?
It's a bloody... And you've got to get
it-
down in amongst it.
Yeah.
You've done it a
What
few
sort of
times.
stopcock was it? Was it a short one or a long one? Hey! Sorry about that.
Very good. Very good.
I think you're
Very
Cornish
good.
Coley,
Yes,
just
sir.
start by telling us what you're drinking now.
Well,
Come in a bit.
Easy. I've only had one.
I want the viewers to see you.
It's a shandy, a lager shandy, as always.
Lager shandy.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah.
You're on the shandy?
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, he's on
Man's
a
drink.
man's
Man's
drink.
drink.
Man.
Yeah.
Long cock. Junior.
Cornish Coley, I would like you to dive straight into things and talk about the third 11 game, fourth 11 game, and the fifth 11 game from the weekend. Lovely to see you've come prepared with
I'm Mr. Prep, you know that.
I know. But
It was rather boring.
well, yeah. The problem is when you do all the prep, it means that you drone on.
And it's usually wrong prep. It's a wrong day.
Exactly. He's brilliant. Yes.
Okay, threes beat our good neighbours Purley. They stuffed them, to be honest, viewer.
Good.
Purley threes were 41 all out. Not good. Having said that, we lost 5 getting them.
Where was it? Where was it played?
Away, not at cricket. No,
not at
it was. Apparently,
Somewhere else?
It was
Somewhere else.
some other venue.
Purley, maybe.
Some other venue.
We can assume.
Really? Wow.
So yeah, the
don't know that
threes are back on winning form, and presumably they're back on top of the league.
It must be.
Brilliant.
I think they were anyway.
Conversely, I played in the fours, captained the fours. We were turned over badly by Reigate. They stuffed us. We were all out 62.
Could you see your reign coming to an end at all? Sorry to dive straight
Will
in.
there be
I thought-
a coup? Is what?
I thought it would have about 2 weeks ago, but you were on holiday.
You've been desperately trying to tee
Yeah.
up someone for a coup.
Yeah, I know. Anybody.
What are you thinking of? Saga.
Sags would love it, I think.
Would he?
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
get
yeah.
him in.
Let's get him in. What do we want?
Saga in.
When do we?
Last week.
All say aye.
Aye.
Yeah. So we've cemented our position in fourth now.
Nice.
It's okay. And the big two though, Cheam and Reigate, they've gone over the hill.
so
The rest
they've
of us are playing for European places.
Yeah.
To be frank, and we'll have a great league. The rest of us. And we've got Battersea Ironsides
Nice.
away on Saturday.
Nice.
They're fourth.
It won't be nice.
We're third. Whatever.
That'd be fun.
The fives played, on the Rec 2,
Yeah.
as we now call it. And sadly, well, no, it's not sadly. They had a great game. They played Merton,
Nice.
and Merton scored 105 all out.
Mrs. Merton.
Very good. And Sanderstead were 91 all out. So they lost by 13 runs, I understand.
Good.
But a good game of cricket, yeah. And everybody enjoyed themselves.
Good.
Amazing.
And I think our fives, I don't know who they're playing this week. It could be Addiscombe.
Oh, it's always Addiscombe. Or Addington 1837 or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the roundup, Ty.
That was a really, really nice roundup. We're going to stay with you because I think it's a perfect time to cut to Coley's Corner, a new
All
segment.
right.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we're going to cut there by the magic of TV
Yeah.
right now.
Enough of this. The internet is gone crazy for you. We're going to go back to the world according to Patrick Sherlock, and here he is again. Patrick, you won't know last week what a big explosion there was
I find
on
that
the World Wide Web.
I do find that bizarre. I do.
How so?
Just because I've been Patrick all my life, and I don't think I've caused any explosions anywhere.
Well, that's for another day.
Fair shout.
Okay. Folks, we know how good Patrick was last week. Let's see what he's got this week. I'm going to just throw some stuff at him. He's like a dartboard. He's a human communicator and dartboard. Brexit.
Yes, I was in favour of Brexit.
You're in favour of Brexit?
Yes.
So you voted for it?
I did indeed, yes. Well, I didn't think it was going to happen as quickly as it did happen. But,
5 years it's taken.
I know, an exceedingly long time.
Indeed.
But it has happened. So the Boris, that is Boris in number 10, he did that well, and I wasn't sure that he would do it, but he did.
He got it through, didn't he?
He did, yes. He was,
Brilliant. Okay. What about the COVID situation and how we're handling it here?
I personally am not in favour of lockdowns at all. They're a tiresome waste of space. I understand that there is a virus out there. It can't be ignored. But equally, one has to remember there are other things. Let's say like bindweed, for example. It's a tiresome waste of space.
Indeed.
And no one's put any lockdowns on that.
No, and it's never going to go away.
No, it'll be here forever.
Viewer, bindweed symptoms and your own methods of clearing up bindweed, we're all subject to bindweed, Patrick.
Yeah, you just have to root it out at the roots.
When I go out and try and weed my bindweed, I put a mask on now.
Well, I don't do that, but
I think you should.
3 or 4 years ago, I took out 10 sacks of the stuff in my back garden.
Really?
It was.
What, do you live on a farm or something?
No, but it had become a viperous nest of iniquity, really. So I thought, root it out.
Yeah, indeed.
It went. But it's taken a long time to get there.
But it's come back, hasn't it?
Well, it's showing. It's like the corpse of a twitching chicken. It's nearly going to go away, but not quite.
Indeed. Okay, last one.
Go for it.
Cricket.
Indeed.
The 100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's pyjama slogathon cricket. No, I'm not interested.
What don't you like about it?
I just like cricket played in whites. I like it played in the traditional format. You never saw the likes of Boycott, Amos or Edridge playing in pyjama slogathon mode, kicking footballs in the outfield.
Indeed. Although Jeff Boycott did controversially bowl in his cap.
But that's not illegal.
Well, nor is wearing pyjama.
No, it's just seriously distasteful.
Well, viewer, I don't think there's anything more we can extract from Patrick for this week. We've had enough. That's the world according to Patrick Sherlock, everybody. Thanks, Patrick.
Thank you.
Hey, folks, listen, we've managed to gather a couple of real legends from our cricket club, and one's a bit more of a legend than the other in that he's been here, well...
Since God was a boy.
Since God was a boy. Keith Haynes, everybody. And Derek Rushforth, he of the teapot fame, and a worldwide legend on the channel. Fellas, we've just played Warlingham, a very enjoyable game, of course.
Proper cricket.
I'm not worried about cricket in that sense. What I'm worried about is when I was small.
You still are.
Thank you very much. When I was small,
when you were big, yes.
I recall using some carpet offcuts as pads, and I tied them up with binder twine around my legs, and my dad, bless him, bowled to me, and I used alternative materials for cricket equipment. I got a couple of others, but I just wondered if you had any items.
I know someone who used an armadillo for a box.
Was the armadillo alive?
No. Just the shell.
Kept moving around.
Just the shell?
Yeah. You got to do
Goodness me.
good use of an animal.
I thought I had a good one with the carpet, but this competition is over.
Was it armadillo down your trousers? Was it a tail ender?
If it was a hedgehog, it could have caused a few more. Yeah, genius.
I now use just a pencil sharpener.
Very good. Very
Age.
good. Yes. Ainsley, anything that you've
I remember indoor office cricket after the pub was always a feature. But when health and safety came in, it was banned.
Dear.
But I remember we used to have a poster roll we used as the bat, with bound up sellotape as the ball, and we had strategically placed waste paper bins as fielders.
Yeah, nice.
Except I was banned from bowling in office cricket because my delivery, I kept taking the ceiling tiles out.
Oh yeah,
my delivery straight.
So health and safety got onto that.
Yeah, the knuckles used to get wrapped, and all of a sudden these polystyrene ceiling tiles used to fall to the ground.
You were posh at your office.
And then this is Chapman free ball.
We used to use a ruler for the bat.
Someone went to health and safety after they got the sellotape ball in their eye, so that was it.
Oh dear.
Over.
The most unusual place I've played cricket actually is in prison. Yeah. We used in the print shop at HMP Maidstone when I was working in the prison. At lunchtimes, when all the prisoners went back for their steak Diane Lunch. Mistake, Diane.
Hey!
We fashioned a cricket bat out of a strut of a pallet and bound it up with tape for the handle.
Yeah.
And we used to play cricket in the print shop. And the print shop at Maidstone was 100 yards long and about, I don't know, 15 metres wide. But down the middle was this corridor. Gangway, so you could. We had a fast bowler.
Corridor of uncertainty.
That's right. And we played there. And I remember one guy, we used brown parcel tape to wrap around the handle that we'd fashioned, and he took a big swing at it because it was slippery. It went out of his hand and nearly struck our manager in the face, who was fielding at a kind of silly point.
Which brings me, you talk about equipment and things like that. I remember one day going to a party, still with cricket gear and everything else, and I decided to. It was a girls' party in Forestdale, and I went round the living room. I'd had a few beers after cricket, and I filled my cricket box full of peanuts. Now, most women have not seen a cricket box, so I would be handing round the peanuts in the lounge, and the girls would just be saying, "Thank
One for the
you,"
ladies, that one.
which was fine. I was laughing my head off. It was great until the next day I had to bat, and I forgot I hadn't cleaned it out, and I batted a long time in the heat, and the itching
Just
and
after
the
your
salt
circumcision.
and the salt from the peanuts left in the box. Not good. So, you have to be careful what you do at these parties.
Indeed.
Females who don't know what a cricket box is.
Can I have a question?
Of course you can.
Do female cricketers wear a box?
Now,
I've never understood this.
Well,
I have met and asked Rachel Hayhoe Flint because her daughter used to work for Qantas Airlines and went out with a friend of mine, and she went to
she didn't eat
cricket
peanuts from a box one evening, did she?
And she's actually said to us, "Do you wear a box?" And she said, "No, it's a manhole cover." Honestly, that was Rachel Hayhoe Flint. She said, "I wear a manhole cover." Brilliant.
Even when she's not playing cricket. Bless her.
That's right.
Well, folks, I don't think we can wring out any more from this. It's just been too much fun.
It's always fun to
Keith
appear on this show.
and Del, legends of the club, of course, and particularly in Del's case, he appears quite commonly on the channel.
He's common.
Famous for his teapot and other cricketing prowess.
To the end of the teapot show.
So brilliant. I think we've heard enough chaps, but thanks, fellas. All good.
Keep this channel going. It's good.
Cheers, chaps.
We're loving it. Right, cut.
Hainsey, your beer.
Thoroughly enjoyed it.
Brilliant, Coley. Well done, mate. I mean, you are a master at that, and the way you get all that stuff out of the
What are we
out of
talking
the
about
people,
now?
the people that you've just interviewed on the. I think we just let the magic slip, haven't we? But anyway, no, they were great interviews. I think Patrick's
he's such good value.
Legend in his own. Oh man,
Hainsey's
yeah,
great.
Hainsey,
So many
fantastic.
stories.
Yeah. No, it's wonderful.
Must
stuff.
catch up with him one day.
Yeah, absolutely. God, blimey.
Sorry,
Right,
Vera, there's a time lapse issue there.
To finish off, this is the Silly Point Vodcast podcast. We like to discuss a silly point. This week's silly point, believe it or not, isn't so silly, but maybe it's the idea or the question as to whether declaration cricket is silly in itself. Dan?
Well, I mean, I think this is a spark because the Saturday one's game, you had it was a great game of cricket, two good sides, and there was a 10 over differential. In Wits batted on for 55, which is their right. They had 209, which is for us to get that in 45 overs is quite a stretch, but it's doable. We fell about 15, 16 runs short. And, I think another day T wouldn't have got out, and then we'd have gone on to win it, or someone else would have. Bowman would have got more. So blah blah blah. So it was a game that we could have won, but it's sort of quite a few comments on the game said, declaration cricket is is rubbish and blah blah blah, and I don't think it is.
I don't.
I think it's a great format.
Yeah, I think if it works well, it produces a far more enjoyable game of cricket
Completely agree.
than 45 overs each.
Yeah.
I
You just
think
so
what it's gonna-
one-dimensional.
yeah,
so
you know what's
one-dimensional.
Talking
gonna
to someone
happen.
who have probably played a vast amount of declaration games.
That's all we did.
There we go. From my point of view, I think it adds a massive tactical kind of dimension to what already
indeed.
is what
And it calls
we all
for
think is a brilliant game.
a different skill set from batsmen, bowlers, captains. Because as batsmen, you're at that point where you think, can we still go for this?
yeah.
Or do we, you know, we don't twist or, you know,
You've got
or
more
bust.
options, and if you've got more options, it's more interesting.
Yeah.
And I think the problem is not the format. I think the problem is the captains. I don't think most captains in today's league cricket don't really understand
gonna jump
how to make it
How
work.
to play
I'm
it.
going to jump to Longcock here.
Yeah.
As a young captain, Longcock is captaining our trust development side. What do you think about declaration cricket, and what was your knowledge of it? Would you be comfortable playing that and captaining it?
Yeah, I think again, as these two have said, it can be an absolute thrilling finish. You look at some of the games down the years, all results possible, and sometimes you've got to stick 9, 10, 11, have to bat out for a draw. Everyone's around the bat. Anything can happen.
Brilliant.
Absolute carnage most of the time, and especially when you have some of the characters that we've got, Sanderstead. Anything can happen. As kind of, all the youngsters want to play it. They're probably like, oh, a bit negative. They see T20 on TV, the 100, whatever.
Do you think a lot does fall on the captain as to when he declares, when to call, going for the win, etc., etc.? And do you think that's a part of the game that's changed a lot, maybe with younger captains coming through? I mean, gents?
I think we're fed a menu nowadays that's limited over cricket for most of the time.
We are.
So everybody's brought up on that. You know, it's a set number of overs, and that's it. The art of captaining and declaring as a batting side first. When do we declare? Into our 55 overs. You know, how good do we feel with our attack when we bowl second? How do the oppo look?
Well,
and shape
exactly.
up?
And you know, the art of wheedling out wickets and getting, you know, you might have a team that sort of look like they're drifting and not going anywhere, and you think, okay, we might need to try and lure these guys back into the game,
Indeed.
make them think that they've got a chance.
Feed them some runs.
And you might feed them a few
Bring you
runs.
on.
You might, bring me on. You know, you might bring the field in, bring him on. Whatever. Bring well, actually bring anyone else.
Get them back in the game.
But that is
that's the art of it.
a real art, and you know.
And woe betide the captain, who you know twists.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then gets it wrong.
It is a bit punkerish.
There's a lot.
And I think that's why a lot of people that sort of comment about declaration cricket's rubbish. I honestly think it's because they don't quite. They might not have played it, so they don't get the nuances. It's a subtle thing. The other problem I think is that the league have taken away a lot of the armoury, so you have to take a new ball if you're bowling second, whereas back in the day we'd often take the old ball if we were bowling second.
Open with spinners.
You didn't have limits on bowlers. Now we've got the 14 over maximum, whereas, you know, I mean, I definitely played some games where I bowled 32 overs one game. I mean, it's lunacy.
Mumford 203 and we lost with 10 overs to go.
Something like that. Oh dear.
Against Selsdon.
Or Addington 18.
13
always.
Addiscombe 5s.
That's right.
Oh,
and you were man of the match.
How we laugh. Yes, absolutely. Well, I mean, I was put on to lure them back into the game, and it worked.
And you know, and that's why declaration cricket has got such
Exactly
an appeal.
right. So QED, I think we've sorted that.
Yeah.
Viewers, let us know what you think, and please try and think about, you know, judge it if you've kind of played it, you know, when it's been done right.
Yeah. The most
'cause it is
exciting
one-
games I've been in are declaration games.
Definitely.
Because you know when it's limited over, they need 5 and over.
Yeah.
You know, you can kind of plot the game from 15 overs out. But with declare, you know, you think, well, we're crowding the bat now. We've got to get 2 or 3 more wickets. How do we get that?
And of course, you've got the whole thing about, well, you know, you might have a last hour for 20 overs, but you know, well, let's get 23 in, let's get 24 in,
rush them through.
You know, all those options are available to you. It's a lost art.
It's a good talking point, though, Ty.
Yeah, no, it's a very
Well
good
done.
talking point.
It's not a silly point.
No,
Not really. It's
But
quite
people
a serious
believe
point.
it's a silly point. So
Good.
that's
good thought.
the dream of it, T. Very well thought out.
Yeah,
That is the dream
You
of it.
teed us up
Longcock.
nicely.
teed us up. Teed us up.
Well,
Whacked us with
anyway, I think we should round up there, unless anyone has anything else to add.
I don't think so, T. I've thoroughly enjoyed that.
All good.
Fantastic. And you know what I did love?
What?
Those interviews in Cody's Corner.
Weren't they just
Oh,
fantastic?
unbelievable.
Thanks, pal.
Yeah,
Marvellous.
Yeah, brilliant.
It's easy when you can make a silk purse out of a pig's
Sounds
ear
yeah.
with the stuff the guys we got here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. Right. Thank you very much for watching. As always, Cornish Coley, Dan Allen, Longcock, T, and a couple of others.
Peace out.
Peace out.
Peace out.
That's what we do. Yeah.
I'm going for a peace out.
Oh yes, God forbore. Dell's going to be livid. Let's look at Dell. Oh, a double teapot. A double teapot from Dell. That's magnificent.